Now then, if you've got a Volkswagen Mark 4 platform like this one, and this happens, so I'm going to lower the window. Ooh, tasty. So basically what's happened here is a faulty window regulator in my driver's door. So I'm going to show you step by step how to change it. Okay, first thing, you need to remove your electric window switch panel here. So do that, flatbed screwdriver underneath, and you're trying to remove this inner trim piece that you can't quite see. So there you go, just come out. That piece off, put it to the side. Now the switch panel section now should lift up. Oh, like that. Okay. And then you've got electric connector under here. So you want to remove, like so, pretty straightforward. Right to the side. And well, you can see, but now you've got access to the bolts here and here to hold in the door card to the door. Okay. So it's 3 bolts here. There's also, don't forget, bolts, small screws underneath at the bottom, and the door itself will come out. Okay. I'll take these bolts out and I'll bring you back. Okay, so then 3 main bolts are out now. So the next step, I said a minute ago, is to undo the screws holding the bottom of the door card. So it's not a normal crosshead screw, it's actually a T20 Torx bit. So you want to get them out. Like so. You know, not forget these. I did that once. I forgot they were there and I ripped the door card off and damaged it. So don't do like I did. Oh, that was missing. Good. Helpful. Okay. So the only thing holding the door card on now is little push fasteners that situate around the edge, and also the cable which is holding on the handle. So withdraw it carefully, and then down the back you want to unhook this handle. I'll try and show you that, but it might be a difficult camera shot. Okay, that's that. Just release now. Okay. I'll try and show you. So you've got the door cable. So you want to unhook that. Disconnect the electrical connector there down there. The ring may adjust. That was from before. Also want to disconnect this cable if you're doing a driver's door like me, because that is the light for your alarm, I believe. Okay. Oh, shit. Fuck's sake. Yeah, don't forget what I just did. But there's another screw right there pulling the door card, which I have just broke. Great. Yeah, so don't forget to do that. Alright, let's take this off. Okay, so to summarise again what I've taken off, so disconnect the light, the door light, disconnected the alarm light on the door, actual pull handle, withdraw this from the hole in the door card, from the window controls, and this one there from the electric window controls as well. Okay, so it should all be disconnected. Don't forget, before you set the car, to undo that, like I did not do. You end up breaking it, and I have to fix that later. So next step is to, not sure, actually. So you can see here the window motor is attached, and the window regulator mechanism is behind this panel. So you want to remove all these screws, but it's also attached to the mirror. So the first thing you need to do, I think, is to get the mirror. Open this. Great, break that as well. Why not? Break everything. Okay, if I remember rightly, the next procedure is you wind the window down to access the grip clamps that hold the glass. You undo them and then you can withdraw the glass. Obviously I can't do that because my window regulator is all bound up, as you heard with the noise. So I'm gonna have a play and think of a way around this. Okay, lucky for me, perhaps not for you, so if not the case, I apologise. But obviously with the window regulator being seized up and all gummed up with cable, I can't bring the window down to get access to the bolts that would be visible in these clearance, these viewing holes, shall we say. But luckily it looks like the clamps that hold onto the glass on the window regulator on mine have come off anyway. So even though I haven't undone them, my window is loose. So I can actually remove the glass, which is going to just save me a lot of pain actually. Actually, looks like one's still attached. You can just see it through there. So, sorry for the camera. What I'm going to do is just get access to that clamp bolt, undo it, and then there's glass over the drawer. Let's place it out a bit. Oh. I'll bring you back. Okay, glass is out. This is what I was trying to refer to. You have these which are holding on the glass, and they're onto the window regulator. So lucky for me, they broke off, which is allowing me to move the glass. So put that down to the side. Right, so next step, move all these green bolts, like 12 or 13 mil to me. We'll have a look. Bring you back. Okay, all them bolts removed. Don't forget to do the other electric connectors. So I've got, need to undo the speaker, the main cable to the electric motor here, this little bracket holding some connectors, and also you got some cable ties which are clipped into this inner door card, just holding the window regulator. So rather than just pull them, because you'll probably pull them out will just damage them, I suggest you, once you take all these bolts out, withdraw it slightly so you can access underneath, and you can push the pins of these connectors back in, and they should just come straight out and you can reuse them. If you just pull this now, like this one here that's already damaged, you'll just damage them. Okay, let's do that. Okay, that was a bit of a pain in the arse. So, like I said, what I did, I withdraw the this window regulator holding door card out, and I pulled the cable push fit fasteners from the inside by pulling the pins in, and then I had to disconnect the cable going to the door lock module. Once that was disconnected, I withdrew it through that hole there. Okay, so now I've got the whole window regulator mechanism, window motor, and this is the window regulator mechanism here, and you see it's all chewed up, messed up. Can't quite see, but what I imagine is going to happen, I'll take this over to the workbench, but once I take this off and you can see behind the motor, you'll see all these cables, and it'll be all chewed up, which is what was that noise you could hear when I tried to wind the windows down. And if you had to repeatedly press the button, it would have probably burnt this motor out. So I'll take it over to the bench, have a better look at. Okay, so I've got the window regulator mechanism on the bench. Here you can see some of the broken parts. So I've got my new one here, just out of the box. You can see all the parts that are broken. Luckily, I've got replacement with this new version. One thing I've noticed is the window regulator is mounted to this inner door card, and it looks like it's been riveted in. Okay. And the replacements obviously are not. They do come with nut and bolt. So I think the tended method here is to drill out these, replace the regulator, and then nut and bolt it. Okay. Okay, so the next step then will be to undo the motor from the mechanism and drill out these rivets. Okay, to detach the motor from the window regulator here on the back side, so I'm going to take this off first before I start drilling out the rivets that hold on the regulator. As you've got 3 T30 bolts here, and that's it. So I should undo that and withdraw that. I'm expecting to see a lot of munched up wires underneath this. But let's have a look. So, motor off. You can see the motor here's got a gear that connects into the regulator. So I've just withdrawn, and you'll have some clips through here where the bolts went through. You just need to push the sides in and they'll come straight through. And then, as you can see, as expected, a whole lot of munched cables. Okay, so this was my problem. Alright, next step is to move these runners on the regulator by drilling out these rivets. Okay, just to show you what I've done, I've managed to get the first rivet off here. What I did is I drilled a hole through the rivet until I was clear through, and using my angle grinder I just grinded off what was remaining of the rivet and then prized it off like this. Okay, a bit labour intensive, but still cheaper than buying this whole assembly. So I'm just going to do the same now with the other 3. I use my pillar drill to do that, but I'm sure you can do it with just a normal handheld drill. I'm just using the pillar drill because I've got it. Okay. Right, so let's do the other 3 and bring you back. There we are, sports fans. So I drilled 2 out and then grinded the remaining rivet away. For these 2, I just using a cutting disc on my ground grinder. I cut off the runner and then grinded off the remaining with my angle grinder grinding disc. That works much better, it was much faster in my opinion. So I suggest you do that. So now these off, I can install the new runner and regulator assembly. There we are. New regulator installed. So the regulator, and I've remounted the window motor. Okay, all in all, not a bad job. So next step, I'll reinstall this on the car. So there's no point in me filming all that. So it's just a reversal of what you've already seen. So I hope this video was helpful. Civvy. Okay, one last point. To reinstall the window, you plug in the door card, the window mower, and you adjust using your switch until the window clamp bolts are accessible through these windows, and you bring the window in front into that clamp and then back, and then make sure they're clamped well, otherwise the window might come up and then the runner come down but the window will stay still. Okay, so test it. Oh yeah, summertime. Lovely. Okay, hope this video is helpful. Save some of you some monies. Civvy.